Okay, this is a quick review of the here is the lens collar for the Panasonic 100-300. Now I've got this from a guy in Germany called Ross Fine Mechanic. He sells these two parts here. You get some instructions as well and some extra screws, which is nice to see. And the idea is you attach these together and then attach this to your 100-300 lens. Now it's aluminium, it's very well made, so there's no sharp edges on this, so it's although in turn it will mark your lens, it's not going to mark it too much, so it's nice and smooth there. Another nice feature is this already has the Arca Swiss type mount, so if you've got any Arca Swiss type ball heads for your tripods, this will mount very nicely. It's also got a number of threads here, so if you want to use a standard tripod mount without the Arca Swiss, you can use that. Right, I'll pause the video while I assemble this, and I'll show what it looks like assembled. Okay, here is the item assembled. The instructions were a little bit difficult to understand, but essentially what you've got here is you've got some white dots here which line up with the dot on the lens. There you go. And these two holes here line up with the OIS switch, optical stabilizer switch there, and these go to the back. The other thing of note here, there's a rim that goes all the way around, but it's you see that there's a broken bit there. Now that's where the switch goes through into the mount here, so it's important that you line that up with the switch on the lens. So here's a 100-300 lens, a fantastic lens. There are better lenses out there, but I think for the 4/3, also micro 4/3 format, there's not so much better than this, and it's got a fantastic reach because it gives you a field of view equivalent of 600mm at 300 lens. So let's see if I can show how to mount this up. So here's the intake at the bottom, there's the switch. Let's just see if we can line this up, push it in there, that's in. Now I'll rotate the whole thing around so you can see this. Now what we're looking for is the switch to turn up in that hole there. Just going to rotate it around. When that's there, you then tighten this knob. And you notice the dots line up as well, so we can actually try and get the dots to line up better. Loosen the switch a bit there. There you go. And that would be the normal shooting orientation when your camera is on it this way here. So it's a landscape format. So we want to go, imagine this is on a tripod. We want to change this orientation, so rotate the camera to a portrait format there. We loosen the screw, like any tripod collar. When it moves there, you then rotate this to the dot, lines up again. So you've got red dot here, white dot there. Then you tighten this up again. And now the lens has rotated 90 degrees this way around, so that'll be anti-clockwise this end or clockwise this side, and that's the mount there. Much more to see about that. I'll just quickly show you that on the camera, and then that'll be the end of this movie. Okay, so I'll just go to show you what this looks like on a tripod head. Here is a rather cheap Joby Arca Swiss head. So there's Arca Swiss mount there, so you can see the grooves inside the head there. I've loosened that off. Here is the lens attached to the camera, GH3 in this case. So there you are, that's what it looks like normally. So we'll just put this onto the tripod head. Swiss, so that's on there. Imagine the head's attached to something a bit more sturdy than loosely on this table like this, so there you can see So that's the normal orientation of the lens, attached to the collar here, a plate here, and then imagine we want to do change the orientation, so we rotate the camera this way around, which shows me a floor. So look how close this is. I'll show close up in a minute, but line this up so I'll turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. So you'll either line up the switch or the dots in there. So we'll tighten that up. You wouldn't see this angle normally. And then there we are, using the tripod head. We've got the camera in the portrait format like this. Not quite actually. A bit more there. There we go. Nice. The portrait format. And the OIS switch is still accessible for this aperture here. There you go. It was on. But as you can see, on the GH3, that clearance here is quite small. I mean, there's a gap there, but I think over time that could foul a little bit. So that's the only concern with this. But I think it's a small price to pay to actually give you the portrait format and a more stable grip than mounting the camera itself onto the tripod mount. Just to show what that would look like quickly. It would be there, or if you had a grip about here. So that's something to bear in mind. But nevertheless, where Panasonic don't deliver, went to Roche in Germany, we have a fantastic Arca Swiss tripod plate. Let's just hope that the 150mm 2.8 when it comes out has a tripod collar as standard, a bit like the new Olympus lens that's about to come out. Thank you very much.